I think that task hasn't been done in a while. And part of that work will be to get comments from riders such as yourself. Part of that work will also be comparing where the shelters exist today with where we have busy bus stops. So that information currently is kind of dated, so very timely that you should ask. They're just about to start that. Thank you. Sir?
I had 2 points I wanted to make. They both relate to service along Abercorn and Waters, as kind of the neighborhood is. And one is the service ends too early. I realize service at night has been cut back all over the system, but you can't, if you're along Route 28, you've missed the last bus. Route 28 is done going outbound from here. There's no more buses. Route 27 ends at 7:30. Route 28 or Route 14, according to the proposed schedule, actually ends a half an hour earlier than it does now. And I'm talking just outbound. Because a lot of people in these neighborhoods work at the retail stores and places up on Groton Street, and those close at 8 o'clock. So a bus that leaves downtown at 8 o'clock, they can't catch. They need one more bus out. There may not be as much need for lit buses coming in, but we need more going out. The other thing I wanted to suggest is a very minor thing, that I apologize, I have to leave because I'm taking the bus. Would it be possible to have Route 27 and Route 28 on the same schedule? Because about 70% of that route coincides. And like in my whole neighborhood, if you're going downtown, you just take whichever bus comes first. You know, I don't care which way it gets downtown because the routing is somewhat different. I think that would be beneficial, especially for people that don't have the smartphones and still carry the schedules around. And also, I just wanted to point out that the changes that are proposed to Route 11 and Route 12 have already happened. Route 11 is on the new routing. Route 12 has already been terminated at Skittlewood. Those aren't future plans. That's already been done. And I thank you all for doing this. I apologize for leaving early.
Thank you for
Thank you for
coming.
being here. Thanks for your comments.
Yes,
Scott Anderson.
Okay.
They know who I am.
thank you.
You know Scott.
Yes, sir.
Said you want to add another bus to the 27, and you're not going to add another bus to the 28, but you want the 28 to service down the hospital. The 28 already does a lot, and the people that we pick up that weeks for that particular route, we go to Walmart, the senior building along Warner's. That's already too much for the bus. I mean, the way that you say you're adding the third bus. There used to be 3 buses on 27 when I first got here. One of them, 27, never went to Canada. They only went to Canada after the 11 was terminated. We went some negative trips. So if you want to take a bus to Canada Hospital, the third bus that you're adding, propose adding to the 27, that route should just go to Memorial and Canada only and turn back around, because you'll be providing increased frequency from the Red Avenue to downtown on the route versus providing the frequency from the Red to Overthought Mall, because the frequency nor the passenger level is not there. You need frequency service from the Red Avenue to downtown. You don't need to take the 28, and you can take the Waters off the 2 main buses that go to Overthought Mall. You can take the Canada Hospital off that particular bus, but on that third bus, instead of you making it run to Overthought Mall also, you might want to look at having it run to Canada and Memorial only, like we do on the first trip in the morning time. That bus can just circle, that way you will have the frequency that you want along the Waters corridor.
Okay,
Yeah,
I hear you.
the 28 leaves at the top of the hour and 27 leave past the hour. So that other bus, when you do it the 28, it run opposite of the top of the hour, you will have the actual frequency. Because right now, it's a gap in service when the 27 and 28 because of that one bus is missing. And also you said that the same thing with the 25 Westlake, you saying adding frequency. If the 2 buses, if you start the buses on either end, and then that third bus that you're adding, you just have that go to Westlake to downtown. You'll be providing the 30-minute frequency from downtown to Westlake Apartments. The need and the frequency to go from Westlake to the jailhouse is not needed. You need hourly frequency between those two segments. So instead of you have two whole buses and then you have a half a bus that cuts off in the halfway point and then turn around and come back downtown. On the 7 dot, we say you have two buses, but it's only the one bus serves the College Anderson Cloverdale area. 7 dot DC, it says it has two buses, but it only has one bus that serves that area.
Mhm.
The 14 Abercorn segment that goes service the VA, that's fine going outbound, but I don't understand the reason why it's coming back that way inbound. Because the light right there at Heroes Way it takes 5 to 7 minutes to change, and then that bus is actually late because it only gets to Walmart and doesn't even have a chance to even have no recovery time. I was told that the route was supposed to go outbound that way and come back inbound, making a left on Fulton Road and coming back to Apache to Abercorn. That makes more sense versus having it, because you got the bus looping every 30 minutes. There's nobody coming back that way. And then you also have the 6 that goes over to the Walmart. So if somebody was need to go back to that particular direction, the 6 can take them. Versus the 14 coming back toward the VA side. The Route 6 currently, what y'all changed, y'all added a whole nother trip on the Route 6, which makes the Route 6 ends at 9 o'clock. But the 3B and 25 ends early. It's like a whole trip and a half missing out both of those runs. And we have a lot of people that catch that bus that go make that last trip and there's no bus to make it. But we have 6 going and servicing running the blank trip with virtually nobody on the bus. I'm not gonna hold up everybody's time. I just got a bunch of issues, what I had on there. And then the 25 Westlake, you're saying the 25 Westlake services Girard Avenue on the outbound. So the modification changes y'all want to make, y'all want to serve, come back up Chatham Parkway to make a left back on 17 to go back down Girard. I mean, once again, the frequency and the coverage of that area don't line up with the service level y'all doing. Some of the service levels y'all doing, it's fine. In the front half, it makes sense, but the back half, it doesn't. Sometimes you don't need a whole bus. When you're adding a bus, you can just have a half a bus to create the amount of frequency you got from the major points. That's all I want to say.
Okay, good. Thank you for those.
Do we have any more comments? I do want to read some email comments that we got for the public record. One of the comments was, why don't they have an early bus going to Pooler on Sunday morning? If you go out there, you will always see someone at 7 a.m. waiting on the bus. And we have one more comment. Please unsuspend bus 20 Skidaway Island / Coffee Bluff, or please fix a closed route to at least get to Kroger's off Diamond Causeway. I spend by average $30 a day after taking 2 buses just to get to Walmart. That gets me close enough just to order an Uber or a Lyft to get out there, and it's really adding up. I work 40 hours a week and barely have anything by the end of the week. It would really make a difference and make me that more dedicated to using Catch a Cat services. Thanks to all that y'all do. And thanks to all dedicated drivers that work and help me get to work and around town. It's deeply appreciated. Thanks for your time to hear our voices. So those are our 2 email submission comments. And if you are watching, we want you to know that we did receive them. Did you guys have any responses for those comments?
Thank you for remembering to thank the drivers.
Yes, that's very important. If we don't have anything else at the moment, we're going to go ahead and close out this session. Thank you all for joining us, and we hope you all have a great day. No.